Happy Hump Day to you. Because we can't have a Mondays with Mudge, we'll have a Humping It with Mudge. I decided to open a new to me tin today. Sorry, Desert Pine, I know you're going to pass out. Had this one in the cellar for quite a while. It is made by Costello Old Antiquary. A rich and balanced English mixture, delivering a creamy finish to the discerning palate. The date, you see there, right there, is May of 2018. So going on 6 years old. I won this actually in one of the very first giveaways. I think I won it from Gribbly, if I'm not mistaken, 4 or 5 years ago. So it's been sitting in the cellar. Let's see what it does. Ooh, it made a little poop. Alright, dadgummit. So right after I opened the tin of Old Antiquary and it made a little poof, the microphone died. I did find a little doohickey that went flying off somewhere, but it's usually now because the mic died. It needs to be charged up. So that whole video that I just recorded, useless. Useless. Dadgummit, useless. So I guess this is take 2. Thought I'd give you an update on my dad. By the way, thanks to Ethan Parsimonious Piper, he has been including this situation in his YouTube Piper's Care, which I'm grateful for. I'll tell you a little story about this Zippo in just a moment. POWMIA Zippo. I'll just tell you now, my dad was in the Army, and we were going through some of his stuff last week, and I found this Zippo in his stuff. He used to be a cigar smoker up until about 4 or 5 years ago. So old dad is now officially in the memory care unit of a nursing home, which we figure is probably where he is going to be from now on. As you may recall, he had a toe amputated about 3.5 weeks ago, something like that. It's his 3rd amputation of a toe, so he's down to old 7. That's what I call him, old 7 toe. Old 7 toe. But after the amputation, he had to go into a nursing rehab facility to learn to balance himself better. Well, obviously that was not a problem for him, because after a couple of days, by the way, here's an elbow shot. He started trying to escape the nursing home. His cognitive abilities have declined quite a bit. He still recognizes me, and he recognizes Miss Lee, and he recognizes his sister. He's more confused about where he is and why he's there and why he can't go anywhere else. But anyway, he kept trying to escape the facility to the point they had to put an ankle bracelet on him. What amounts to an ankle bracelet? It's called a wander guard. So that every time he went near the exit doors, alarms and bells and whistles would go off. Of course, usually he's trying to leave either late at night or early in the morning, so he wakes everybody up. They finally figured out, for his safety and everybody else's, that he needed to be moved to a different facility. So they did that. They moved him last week, and I went to visit, and I had a talk with him, which I knew was futile. But I had a talk with him and said, look, you need to be still. You need to stay here. Stop trying to leave. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. That's kind of what he sounds like. I'm not going anywhere. So I leave, and 3 hours later, he decides he wants to go somewhere. Tries to leave the new nursing home. All the bells and whistles go off, and then they decided he needed to go into the memory care unit, which has extra security and secured doors, and so that's where he is. Supposed to go visit him again tomorrow. Hope you've had a nice couple of weeks. I don't care. Can't believe it's the end of February already. I like the end of the month because that's when I receive my paycheck, which of course is not a paycheck anymore. Everything's direct deposit now. I get paid once a month at the end of the month. Bad part about that, it also means it's grocery shopping time with Miss Lee. Now, I'm not a grocery shopper. I like to know what I'm getting, know exactly where it is, go exactly where I'm supposed to go to get it into the cart, get it to the registers that have employees who will bag my groceries. I'm not a self-checkout guy, for the most part. If I'm going in to get one thing, I'm not going to wait in line for 20 minutes. I'll do that, but when it's a big order, I'm going to go into line where somebody who is getting paid to check out and bag my groceries. That's where I'm going to be. But Miss Lee likes these pita stores. Now you may be asking yourself, what, my dear Mudge, is a pita store? Is that where you get pita bread? No. Well, I mean, I guess you could, but that's not what PETA stands for. PETA stands for Pain in the Arsenal. She likes these stores because they do have cheaper prices. She likes these stores where we have to go in and we do go through a checkout line, but we have to bag our own groceries. They do not have anyone there that will bag your groceries for you. Now I have a job, as evidenced by the fact that I get paid at the end of the month. But she likes the cheaper prices, so we have to take all our own bags or buy bags and while we're there, and then I have to bag everything. And standing there at the conveyor belt, and there's already a line in these places, so you're standing there trying to get everything bagged up before the next person has to get up there and bag their groceries. It's a PETA store. It's a pain in the arsenal. Talking too much. Can't keep the pipe lit. So far, the old antiquarian is pretty good. You can tell a lot of kids mellowed out. So I have to pump myself up for the monthly PETA store run. Get on my dadgum nerves. As you can see, it's a little windy today. You get to hear all the noise of everything around me. Got a bit of a fun weekend coming up. Gonna be spending some time Friday night with Buckeye and Mrs. Buckeye, going to a concert together. So you may see some shenanigans. You may not. You can hold your breath, but I wouldn't recommend it. And please don't, because I ain't got time to go see anybody get funeralized. Anyway, hope you folks have a fine rest of your week. I don't care. You folks be well. Be humble. Be grateful for all that you have. I'll see you again soon.